muove finalmente.
Get to it. I want to see how you'll fare.
Ok, allora, eravamo rimasti qua a dover lavorare come dei cani. Perfetto, inizia la forgiatura. Quando siamo vicini all'incudine premi X. Spara la caccia.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Come on, Henry. I don't have all day. Back and forth. You know that move. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellows. Take a look. Try it out.
Ok.
See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Oh, Jesus, it has to be even! Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. Henry, stop gaping into the fire like a fortune teller and heat it up. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil.
Sì, ma io dovrei fare sta roba tutto il tempo, ma vaffanculo.
See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. The sparks. That's the stuff. Well struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's a nice whistle. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to
Che
temper it,
cazzo.
and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Vaffa.
Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed, and you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Oh, fantastico. E adesso? Ok. Questa missione. Sto usando lui. Reazione.
bless.
Sa che è sempre lui.
Pliers. It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semine.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long. But these days, I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semine wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semine's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them. Would you repair a few things for me?
Fucking shavings. Great. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. Take care, friend.
Quali sono le altre missioni che stai tracciando? Grazie. Adesso sì. Andiamo ancora. poi cintura, questo. Ok. Vorrei vedere se riesco a... Ok. Perfetto. Ok. E apprendi, perfetto. Abbiamo preso. Ah, ok. Ok. Nella mappa. Dove sarà però sto? No. Minchia. Dov'era? Ah. cazzo sto stupas. Quindi ma questi sono...
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Jeherovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. God be with you, good man. I see.
Where are you from? And where are you headed?
We're going where hard-working stonemasons get paid for a job well done, of course.
I should think business is brisk for you right now, isn't it?
Indeed it is. We're on our way to Colleen right now. But with the lords picking on each other again, the aldermen are worried that if Sigismund so much as farts, their shitty walls will be blown away.
No, all right. I see at least some are profiting from this war.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm talking about the fear. Only yesterday we got jumped on the way. But the stupid bastards didn't know who they were up against.
You were ambushed by bandits?
Aye. But I'm telling you, they were just a bunch of thugs. Too bad about my bag, though. I had a nice shirt from my old woman in it. But what the hell? What's done is done.
Be glad they didn't catch you knee-deep and bare-assed in a pond. Now that's a story I could tell. What's your name? I'm Henry, and I'm in my lord's service.
What a coincidence. We had a Henry who used to work with us, too. But at the church in Brownhow, a stone block fell on him. He died on the spot. By the way, I'm Cuba. But they call me Ballman.
Ballman? You must have lost a lot of weight then. Or maybe you're a good dancer?
Wrong on both counts, lad. I used to dress stone as shot for catapult, see? Did it so long I could hardly cut a right angle after.
I better be off. I bid you safe travels.
Sure. Good luck, my friend. Excuse me.
Ah, ma occhio, perché devo poi deviare da qua. Chissà che cazzo fare.
You're not allowed here.
That's it. Go now.
Scusa, non mi sta bene. Con me, no? Vabbè. Sto abbandonato, vabbè.
Good to see you.
I'm looking for the Takeoff blacksmith's cart. Have you seen it?
Loads of carts come past here. There's going to be a wedding, and they need supplies. Try asking Captain Gnarly. He keeps an eye on supplies. He'll probably be in the courtyard.
Thanks.
And watch yourself when you go into the courtyard.
Why?
We've got some wedding guests from Moravia. They're in pretty high spirits. It's still a while till the wedding, but them gents is already getting into the swing of things.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you frae. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit. Killer! I'm with you.
Give a check for Carapesti.
Oh, là, io ho minato qui.
Come on. Oh, you wee bastard!
In the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takeoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
You got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
Well, I heard Lord von Burgov will be at the wedding, and I need to speak with him.
Son, I don't know if you're serious or yanking my pizzle. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't you? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semin? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Samin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
We should probably get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard, then.
Excuse me.
Careful.
Uno, dos. Aiutanti. Il cavallo con me. Io non ho un cavallo. Io cavalco il cane. Io cavalco il cane. Cazzo, non ne fai con me.
Good day.
Greetings to you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
As you say, sir.
Andremo senza
Where will
cavallo.
we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, as soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry? Cat got your tongue? I can understand that. So how did this little brawl of yours end up?
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Ah, ma quello è più facile. Cazzo, non devo schiacciare io, mi segue.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Se gli piaceva scendere a quella.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on, Mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. A sword belongs in noble hands. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
That's true. And you handled this too, sir. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he's saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
Bravo.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. Don't worry about losing, lad. You've got some talent, I can tell. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come in. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scalets, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping a dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
God grant your health.
That's like that.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
About who? Since you're not here, how could I speak of you?
That's what I like to hear. Now run along.
I apologize. What was it I wanted?
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Have you seen Pavlena around here? A young girl from Zhelyov. Sells baskets here sometimes.
Eh? What Pavlena? Go and talk to Pa about such things. He's the bailiff here, you know.
So you haven't seen her? You're about the same age, I'd say.
For Christ's sake, I already told you. I can't wait till I'm wedded and living in Semien. I've had it up to here with oafs like you pestering me all the time.
Take care then.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now. Aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah. I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did. A few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though. People will find out you spared no expense for your daughter's wedding.
Let's hope. More like that old miser will go around saying the opposite and put me to shame.
I don't think Lord Semine would do that. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Guarda che mi ha salvato la partita.
I need some help. I'm looking for Pavlena, a girl from Zhelyov. She comes here to Troskovitz selling baskets and ointments, and she didn't come back from her last rounds. Do you know anything about her?
Oh, I know the girl you mean. I've seen her with that woodcutter lad. Roman, I think. Try asking Dushko. He knows all the woodcutters. He lives along the way from the rat house to the butcher's.
Vabbè. Torniamo dallo zio qui. Ciao, Topo Gigio.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yichin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yichin!
Sir, I can send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Should be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir.
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yichin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yichin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Excuse me?
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled.
They might not have gone to the
Roman!
They could have
No,
turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been
perché questo
ambushed.
fa cagare.
No, le grafiche.
Perché la...
No,
sembra che la grafica fa cagare, guarda bene.
no, non è che fa cagare, però
That'd surely be
se
the best
prendi
outcome.
questo
If
e
that
Red
old
Dead
dive is still standing.
Redemption significa che poi
Sono giochi diversi. Questo è in prima persona. Dimmi.
praticamente noi, la professoressa di matematica, la professoressa di inglese, quando lavoriamo bene, che facciamo tante cose così, non ci dà compiti per domani o per il weekend, non ci dà compiti. E mia madre però non ci crede.
Vabbè, basta che guarda su nuvola, no?
Non ci sono, no, io non ci credo, Che in 2 giorni che voi state a casa non vi danno compiti, eh?
Beh, però le altre materie di italiano non fai mai compiti, di matematica non
Ma
fai
perché
mai
in italiano
compiti.
io esco sempre.
Dove esci?
Perché siamo un piccolo gruppo di 8 o 10 persone che usciamo.
E dove andate?
Usciamo a fare per esempio storia, però grammatica non la facciamo.
La grammatica non la fai, la grammatica è quella che ti serve e non la fai.
La facciamo
While
alfabetizzazione,
you're praying to
poi
the
la facciamo,
patron saint of
facciamo
lost
l'analisi
things,
logica.
Ma quelle cose le faccio, ne danno compiti di quelle cose.
and you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget,
Vabbè,
my
se non
eyesight
ce l'hai, non
ain't
ce
what it
l'hai.
used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Che te posso dire?
Però la verità, che volta non ti fa incazzare pure mia madre.
Ma io no, non mi incazzo con la mamma. Perché poverina, lo so che la mamma è un po', è un po' arretrata, non è tanto intelligente. Allora lasciamo stare. Tu non la devi far arrabbiare la mamma, perché se fai arrabbiare la mamma, lei si incazza e ti urla. Tu cosa ti dico sempre io? Sì, 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 e poi tanto poi se vieni da me ci penso io, lo sai, quindi.
Le grafiche sono belle, però per me il personaggio è fatto un po' strano.
Il personaggio non c'è neanche, sei in prima persona, questi sono i personaggi. Grazie, ma qua sei nel Medioevo. Vedi? Guarda il cavallo come è vestito. Non c'è nessuno da parlare. Che io ruberei il cavallo. Questo è il cimitero.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then. Gnarly! Back here!
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad? Nothing to say, lad? Well, I can't blame you.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar, right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Oh.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you, they got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Samine was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking... tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows, and the whirring of the spinning wheel. Oh.
It's true about them devils.
Wait a moment. You hear that?
I do. There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
I was ordained, you ignoramus.
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it. and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
Pigs can fly, and ghouls are saying it's real, don't they? For a wench, he's got a miserable pair of tits on him. You don't say. You really saw that? I'm not kidding.
Those
Honestly,
definitely aren't the
tell him I'm not
blacksmith's
having him
hands.
on. You saw it too.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Of course. We'll smash them to smithereens, and in the evening, we'll drink a toast from their skulls. Ha-ha!
Sure. But don't forget you had trouble even fighting me. And that was just playing with sticks. This is life or death.
So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
I reckon you're right, sir. We've got the moment of surprise, so we'll just pounce on them.
The words of a real man. So get ready, and we'll go for them. Nice and quick before the bastards realize what's going on.
Don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not
Io
listening
sto
to your
dietro.
supposedly educated claptrap. Supposedly?
Chiamo
Have you
a
forgotten
Giulia.
I was...
You swine! Yeah, don't spare him!
Vabbè, siamo già morti. Ragazzi, è difficile sto gioco di merda.
You don't say. You really saw that? I'm not kidding. Honestly, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your...
Se è un gioco di merda perché?
Perché voglio vedere se riesco a... Ok, uno è andato. Due sono andati. Oh, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Poi logicamente lo raffiniamo. Lo scudo.
What's the hold up, damn it?
Cazzo è che abbiamo?
Stop, Darby!
Ciao, ciao.
Hey, Henry,
Stiamo sopra.
get over here.
Ah, lo scudo.
Stop dawdling.
Allora. La violenza è impoverita. Ok. poi quindi a questo punto
Stop dawdling.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time at the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
No.
What, me? And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours. Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Of course you can have everything back. Just as long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Uh-oh. Quello si è fottuto la spada.
At them! Hammer them, men!
You're no match for us! Good!
Dato.
So what?
He's done for!
Sono andati.
Come on, then! Rip your
Questo.
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Dai, bastardo. Lui ti sta facendo il culo.
He was finished before he started. They got what they deserved, the fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening?
What about your family?
Come here!
Fallen on hard times. That's why I do what I do.
So they won't pay
What's the
half
rest,
a groschen
Captain?
for you, eh? So
I still haven't got myself
tell me why
together.
I shouldn't hang you from the nearest.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my hands. Besides, you're the one who's supposed to keep watch.
But they'd taken him captive. What use would he be to us?
Are you deaf? Didn't you hear what they said? They took him captive because he wanted to drive off with the load. They fucked over Radovan, fucked over his lordship, and wanted to fuck over that bandit too. They were in cahoots. Only the thief wanted to rob the thieves.
Uh-huh.
And they deserve the same punishment, if not more.
I'll go and track him then.
Great. Hurry.
Così sì, così sì, ci stiamo lentamente trasformando in un cavaliere. Ah, quello è fatto ecco, anche così. Tra l'altro che cazzo devo andare a prendere poi? Ah, ma quello sta qui.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
Can't you think of any other way out of this?
Well, you could let me go.
Why would I?
Maybe for coin.
Carry on.
Well, Jules wasn't entirely wrong. We wanted to fuck him over and take the cart to Yichin.
Only it didn't work out.
As you can see, his fellows caught us on the way. We had to pull the cart over and haul the goods up to the rocks. But before ghouls had a chance to count the loot, we skimmed off a bit. Well, that is, my cousin Franzi did. I had enough work hauling them sacks. If you let me go, well, I'll tell you where the loot is.
And what did he take?
I don't really know. But he found something on the cart, nicely wrapped up, so he swiped it. He said it looked valuable.
So you want to bribe me with something, and you don't even know what it is?
Don't worry, it's something valuable. Franzi has a nose for these things.
Ah, to hell with that.
Well, come now, don't be a fool.
I said no. Who knows what they'll do to you? You might just get a whipping.
For robbing Semine, that old miser. He'll have me strung up from the nearest tree. I'd be better off jumping off the cliff.
If I were in your shoes, I think I'd go for the rope. Falling to your death can be real nasty.
How would you know? Have you tried it? Although, to come up with something that stupid, you must have fallen on your head.
Well, come what may. Anything can happen. Maybe you'll get out of it somehow.
Sure, I'll get out of it. Bollocks. And I don't have to be the one who falls off the cliff. So no, I'm not going with you.
One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if there's no other way.
Fuck! All right, I'll come with you. But you'll put a word in for me.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now, come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with these hands.
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
Thief robbing a thief? What a world.
I'm still a nobleman, if you don't mind. So I'm not a thief. I'm a robber baron.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realize you can't just execute me.
It depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
What do you think? If they'll execute a nobleman, they won't think twice about a hired hand or two.
You never know, Henry. Lord Semine is merciful. Maybe this whimpering will soften his heart.
Oh, I'm not whimpering. I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
Bollocks! You're full of shit. We don't believe a word he says, Captain.
Semine might be merciful, but whether he'll be in the mood for this, I can't say.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Ah. Every man she could. I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. I don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout. Right, we're in Troskovitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Semine sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
Thanks. You're not bad yourself, for an old fart.
You're not too old to get spanked, lad.
Per andare fino a qui, allora, ci faccio così che faccio prima. Voilà.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semine's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down? The whole band?
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the carts and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semine took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I know what to do with them.
Now, don't worry. I don't think Lord Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back from
Un'armatura, sì.
Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Troskovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia. And folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truscovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
L'abbiamo completata. Iniziamo a mettere da parte qualcosa qua. Allora, mazza di nodoso. La mazza la metterei tipo via. Scudo lo teniamo, l'arco lo teniamo, le frecce le teniamo. Allora.
sta roba. Che posso vendere? Proviamo se riusciamo a venderla. Vediamo, facciamo due spicci. Che cazzo vai, zio? Che cazzo vai che devo venderti la roba?
There's a couple more things I'd like to ask about smithing.
Ask away.
Oh,
Thanks. I'd like you to teach me.
It can be done. What do you want to know?
ma vaffanculo. Volevo comprare della roba, vendere cose. Vabbè, ho capito, va, venderò in un secondo momento. Zero, questo è proprio scassato, zero. Cioè, salvacelo addosso. Si possono avere tutte e due le cose. Cazzo. Ah, devo tenerle in un altro slottino, quindi. Perché come si fa perché non mi ricordo. Ah, tipo così. Ah, là si può. Così sì. Vedi, così si può fare. Comprare frecce. Poi. Poi c'è l'armatura addosso. Figo. Se gli metti anche questo sopra l'armatura, fa tutto cintura. Penso sia abbastanza a posto così, va bene.
When's the last time I ate something?
Sì, adesso da mangiare. Come si mangia qua?
Bless you.
Come si fa a mangiare qualcosa? Rivale ai dadi. Ah, vaffanculo, una minchia di merda.
I need something to eat.
A meno che non si possa fare tipo così.
I need something to eat.
Devi mangiare qualcosa, ho capito, ma dove cazzo mangi? È una fucking locanda. Ci sono dei tavoli. Da cibo. Sì, sì.
Praise God.
my god, this is killing me.
I wish you a pleasant morning.
What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet here, fortunately. It was good to see you, my friend.
Aye, aye.
It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Vabbè. Diario. L'eremita. Dove cazzo sta eremita? O più di più sull'eremita. Scopriamo l'eremita.
Jesus Christ be praised.
You're up bright and early today. What would you like?
Have you seen a young girl here? Her name is Pavlena. She wears a headscarf and sells baskets.
I don't know, no, Pavlena. Sorry. I hope you find her soon.
What do you know about this diabolical apparition?
God forbid. And you? Be on your way. See you later, my friend.
Posso fare vendi? Fa vendere. Così posso vendere. Oh, cazzo.
Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább. Mondom. Úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosokra. Csodálkozol rajta? Egy jó, egy könnyű. Someone should kick their asses. Really clip those fuckers' wings.
I hate humans.
Greetings to you.
I'm sorry? Look at them cumin horsons. They think they can do whatever they want.
The nerve of them showing their
hogy néznek minket. Hiba volt idejük.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some. If you ever fight here again, I'll drag you out by the ear myself. Got that?
Me? I made an effort. It was Capon.
Aye, birds of a feather. Even in the pillory, you were like a pair of turtle doves together. Down to business. I don't have all day for you. So what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
I came to apologise for the fight that me and Lord Capon started. If we caused any damages, I'll take care of them.
Ah, it's all water under the bridge. You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about the stocks anytime soon either, eh? So we're square. If you want to help me out, though, I do know something you could do. There's a group of humans at the table over there, and they want some food, but, well, I don't know. I'm scared of them.
Should I kick them out?
No, a guest's a guest, and coin's coin, but do you think you could serve them for me? Better to have a fella deal with them.
What are humans doing in Troskovitz, anyway?
Beats me. I reckon Sigismund sent them.
But if that was the case, he'd order them to pillage and murder, not sit around in a tavern.
Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard, are hungry, and have a pile of groschen that I could really use.
I don't want to have anything to do with humans. They burned down my village.
Jesus Christ! Now I want them gone even more. Lord, what have I done to deserve this?
Aye, coming right up.
Someone should teach them how things work in these parts.
My thoughts exactly. Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own.
La partita è stata salvata, potrei anche chiuderla qui. Fregherebbe nemmeno un cazzo. B dov'è? Qua. Fino alla Polonia ci posso arrivare. Poi da qui in avanti ce la portiamo.
You
think you own the place, do you?
Könnyű ezt mondani. Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább. Mondom. Úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosokra. Csodálkozol rajta? Együnk, és tűnjünk.
Stavamo appunto dicendo che fino a qui ci andiamo. Me ne frego, è un mendicante. Che la vorrei uccidere.
You're seeing this.
È una mendicante con il borseggio. Non è lei.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Minchia, un bello stupro ci voleva adesso. Per divertirsi qua. Ah, bello il fatto di avere lo scudo. Sì? Ciao. Sì. E tanto sono a casa, quando arrivi, bussa e ti apro. Ciao. Già che alla Polonia non mi vogliono bene. Ci sono anche i campi nemici. Già che non mi ricordo cosa devo fare. Scopri più sull'eremita.
Haven't you got anything better to do? Clear off before I lose my patience. What do you want here? Clear off!
Radovan, the blacksmith from Takov, sent me.
And what's that got to do with me? Clear off! Equam memento rebus in arduis avarimentem. Haven't you got anything better to do? Clear off before I lose my patience.
What are you doing? Ah!
Fanculo. Leggi il diario che ho trovato.
Bloody hell. This hasn't been here for long. It looks like some kind of notes.
Trova la
Like
tomba delle
diary. Let's have a look at it then.
quindi proprio così. Lo so buttare fuoco. Vabbè. Ah, qua c'è il cacatoio. Felici che hanno ucciso proprio gioia. non è parlato nessuno perché non va lì. Piano. Molto piano questa cosa, una questione.
Allo? Ciao? Tutto a posto? Bravo. Non le hai prese, no? Come fai a lasciare le chiavi se non le prendi? Succede, finito per oggi. Meno male. Magari.
What's that?
Eh? Turn around, right now. That's enough. You're getting a thrashing. Ah! 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 It's a wonder you're still standing. Ah!
Ma quanto cazzo sono?
And what can I get for you?
I mean, you got that, Leshunk.
Bashing their faces in will be too good for that.
Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább. Mondom.
God bless you.
Úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosokra. Csodálkozol rajtuk? Együnk, és tűnjünk.
Tanto posto uguale.
Che è successo? Adesso te lo racconto io che è successo. No.
My thoughts exactly. Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
Right. Nobody's safe with that rabble around. Bastards. Someone should kick their asses.
I mean, you got
really
that
clip those fuckers' wings.
Bashing their faces in will be too good for them.
Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább. Mondom, Nyuki. Úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosokra. Csodálkozol rajtuk? Együnk, és tűnjünk innen.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Look at them human horses. They think they can do whatever they want.
The nerve of them showing their goat faces around here.
Someone should teach them how things work in these parts.
My thoughts exactly. Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
Right. Nobody's safe with that rabble around. Bastards. Someone should kick their asses. Really clip those fuckers' wings.
Könnyű ezt
Human
mondani.
swine. You
Még
think
egy
you own
köpés,
the
és
place
nem bírom
here?
tovább. Mondom, Nyuki. Úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosokra. Csodálkozol rajtuk? Együnk, és tűnjünk innen.
Good morning to you.
Have you seen a young girl selling baskets here? Her name is Pavlena.
If she ain't a local, I don't know nothing about her. Take care.
Human horsons. They think they can do whatever.
Listen, I'm trying to find someone.
Well, fancy that. Me too. I lost a pig. Have you seen it? I hope he didn't run off into the woods. I take them to the edge of the beech woods for the nuts. Oh, hey. Do you reckon there's wolves in the woods? Christ! I'll better find that pig.
Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább.
Schönen Tag. Was willst du?
Have you seen Pavlena around? She's a girl from Zhelyov who sells baskets here sometimes.
Pavlena? Pavlena? I might have heard that name. I don't know. I never met her. Try asking somewhere else.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Freund.
Bastards. Someone should kick their asses. Really clip those fuckers' wings.
Excuse me.
Bashing their faces in will be too good for them.
Hey, the beer's got to flow.
Nem tetszik.
Good morning.
I'm looking for Pavlena, the daughter of the herb woman from Zhelyov. Do you know her?
Aye, I do. Pavlena still comes here from time to time, selling baskets, ointments and whatnot. I ain't seen her around in a while, though. Why are you looking for her?
She hasn't been home for a long time, so Bozhena sent me to look for her. When she left, she was heading here.
If I was you, I'd go and ask at the rat house. Or Yezhek the cooper. That old goat had his eye on her one time. Only she wouldn't have him if he was the last man alive. Can't say I blame her. That Yezhek's a drunken sot.
Do you think anyone would want to harm Pavlena?
Bozhena's not too popular here since that misfortune with Yakesh's wife, Ludmilla. But no one holds a grudge against Pavlena. She was only a young lass at the time.
What was that about a misfortune with Ludmilla?
That was way back. She was the midwife here. She'd give the women herbs and whatnot when they called for her. But then something happened when she was helping out at Yakesh's. His wife, Ludmilla, died, and a child was stillborn. A tragedy it was, and then Bozhena, she left.
Just like that?
Well, to tell the truth, we drove her out.
Oh? Why was that?
Better ask Yakesh if you want to know more. He's often by his son's grave. It's next to the farm.
What's this Yezhek like? And what do you mean about him having his eye on Pavlena?
He wanted to get married, and no sensible girl around here would have a drunkard like him, so he figured Pavlena might be an easier bet. He promised her a home in the village, but the girl wasn't so dumb as to fall for it. He's hardly got 2 groschen to rub together, and his house ain't no palace neither. All she'd have out of it is a heartache, and a bunch of brats as pig ugly as their old man.
And where might I find this Yezhek?
If he ain't boozing here at the tavern, he'll be on the way here or at home.
Thanks. And do you think this Yezhek might have done something to her? Like abduct her because she scorned him?
Nah, he ain't got it in him. He's all mouth, but he'd never raise his hand to a woman. And even if he did, Pavlena would probably give him a hiding. Just recently, he got a black eye from this skinny fella here. He's a weakling and a wretch. He wouldn't have a chance with Pavlena.
I hear that some apparition was seen around here. Is it true?
Go to hell with that.
Farewell.
Have you seen a young girl selling baskets here? Her name is Pavlena.
Pavlena. Pavlena? Aye, isn't she the girl who hangs out with the woodcutters? You should ask them. Their foreman, Dushko, has a cottage not far from the tailor's. A bit further from the green. Farewell, my friend.
Right. Nobody's...
Hey, Hans!
Are you talking to me?
Who else? Gutenberg, the hangman's halter? You really don't remember? Back already, Hans? I thought you'd be gone a lot longer.
I'm not Hans. I'm Henry.
Yeah, right, Hans. And I'm King Sigismund.
Do we know each other?
Of course. It's me, Joachim. We met in Gutenberg. We had that row about who had the right to a better pitch at the market. We nearly crossed swords at the cattle market in the morning. But come evening, we were getting boozed up together at the hangman's halter. You more than me, I reckon, seeing as you don't remember.
Where is it exactly I'm supposed to be coming back from?
You said you were off to Germany to sell your wares. I gave you some trinkets to see if you have any luck hawking them for me there. Didn't you go in the end?
I'm curious to see your wares.
Wares? Trinkets and baubles, more like. But something might catch your eye.
Damnation.
Va bene, ma sono aperti domenica. Ah, allora.
Una carta. Cosa fai lì? Cioè, guarda, subito la casa. Qua, non cazzo bene. Non c'è quella casa di merda.
What are you doing here? Stop pestering me and get out! Haven't you got anything better to do? Clear off before I lose my patience. What do you want here? Clear off! You You've no business here, fella. Go back where you came from. I don't want to set eyes on you ever again.
Radovan, the blacksmith from Tak.
And what's that got? Equam memento rebus. You've no business here, fella. Go back. Fuck! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Sì, ti manca solo che mi ammazza.
I have waiting for you.
Ma perché? Perché? Ma perché?
And what can I get for you?
Oh, sì, che cacatura di minchia. Ma vaffanculo, per i tipi simpatici. Inventario. Arma, scudo. Quindi ok. Che altro non posso salvare perché non abbiamo già fare il salvatore. Che due palle. Sei arrivato?
You've no business here, fella. Go back where you... He shot me! He shot me! Ah! It's a wonder you're still standing! You've no business here!
Ma vaffanculo.
And what can I get for you?
I mean, you got that list.
Hey, you!
Shooting here! I'll sort you out nicely! Take that! Afraid to get your arse kicked, are you?
Oh, che cazzo. Dormire. Letto del cazzo.
Bloody hell. This hasn't been here for long. It looks like some kind of notes. Like a diary. Let's have a look at it then.
Salve, torna al menu, però quello che fa. Io provo a fare così. E poi di nuovo così. Oh, perfetto. Perfetto. Ci ha messo delle pietre con una betulla che mi spada rotta. Ci non però. C'è una casetta. Insomma, arrivati ben fuori.
Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here.
cazzate. Vabbè, sapete che c'è, ragazzi. Faccio carica. Chiude, si torna. Sì, benissimo. Allora niente, usciamo e facciamo un'altra volta perché devo vedere come cazzo farà a trovarlo quel posto di merda. Ci vediamo subito che attacco Bloodborne. Ciao ragazzi.